So, as I sort of close up, the last one is really, we talked about sort of the science, art, and scale. I think the last piece, right, is click-throughs. Do clicks matter? And I feel it's very important, I think, to actually address this, is that, one of the things I get really sick and tired of hearing is that, well, the click-through rate was whatever, 0.1%, 0.5%, and, was this a good campaign or not, right? Or this click-through rate was not as high as the other ones. I think click-through as a point of measurement is actually overused. I think it's one of the one very important measurement, but I think it's been our fault as an industry of not actually providing you as an advertiser and agency other measurements. And so this is one of the new products actually we're rolling out that's actually available here as well now too, is a product called AdFactor. And there's a lot of other companies that do this. AdFactor is a third-party research company that actually allows you to actually measure the brand impact of a campaign, right? Our biggest challenge working with a lot of advertisers, particularly a lot of the big branding advertisers, whether it's automotive, the FMCG companies, the consumer electronics, is you give them a report and it says, oh, our click-through rate was this. And they're like, well, is that good or not? And the reality is when all they really care about is actually brand measurement. And so what this actually does is that you can actually generate a report that actually tells you what the brand impact was, right? From a brand awareness perspective, purchase intent, message favorability. And I think this is really the power of the online space, right? Is that you can do a lot of things. You can change your messaging on the fly here. That, as I mentioned during the panel, is that this is a great medium to experiment with, because you can change things that you can't do. When you launch an ad on the print side, when it's already in newspaper, you can't change it already. And what the great thing about this is on the online space is that you can try out different things. We're seeing a lot of advertisers actually test campaigns and then actually use this to actually change the overall messaging in the offline campaign, whether it's print, whether it's TV. And so you'll hear this a lot from me, is that it's not so much about me saying don't spend money in offline. You should spend money offline, right? The reality is that what I'm saying is you need to allocate more of your budget to online because of the power and the different things you can actually do. The interactivity, the ability to measure is incomparable to any other medium. And that's why I'm very, very bullish about sort of where this industry is going. All right, so to sort of close this off, right? I hope what you guys got out of this is that display is not dead. Lots of cool things happening, not just globally, but also we'll be coming here to Romania. I think you're going to see lots and lots of new innovations, lots of new different ad formats and standards, and also more importantly, new measurement, right? I don't want to be having this conversation, a click-through with many of you in 1 or 2 years from now, and we have the opportunity, right? I think everyone talks about the US being this advanced market. US is a great market. I think UK is a great market, but the reality is that they've also made a lot of mistakes. The difference of going from 5 to 10% of total media spend, I actually think in most of this region, we can do it faster because we don't have to make the mistakes they did. We don't have to overcomplicate things. And many of the tools that are available to grow are already available. So I think that's pretty much my presentation. So if anyone has any other questions, please let me know. I'm going to stand up here while Tim actually gets ready. And the one thing too is that our friends at Media Cafe are around here. And if you want to check out more stuff, go to yahooadvertising.ro and we'll take it from there. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Marvin.